Welcome to the Frog Splash Podcast, coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. I'm Adam.
Alex.
We have Great Balls of Fire just a couple of days away. We've got a nice little card here. Mm-hmm. Alex, what is your thoughts when it was announced that this pay-per-view in Dallas, of all places, was going to be called Great Balls of Fire?
Great Balls of Fire, exactly. Right now, don't have the fan on because it is already hot in Texas, and that's the only thing I could think of at the beginning. But we didn't even get the logo until a little bit later. When they announced Great Balls of Fire, we were like, what are they thinking? Like, who thought of this? Who in the boardroom said that this was going to be a good idea? They were like, we got a song, and that's the idea. That's the new pay-per-view.
It's almost like they were pitching it as a joke for Swerved, and then all of a sudden, like, they planted somebody in the boardroom, and they're like, hey, your one job today is to pitch the next pay-per-view event, and it's going to be called Great Balls of Fire. And without doubt, it was Breeze Dango, like, had to do it, and all of a sudden, all the marketing smirks were like, oh yeah, let's do that. And they couldn't back out. And
you've seen the promo or like the commercial that they've been using. It's straight up from like the 50s, 60s, 70s, whenever that era is.
Very rockabilly.
Jukeboxes and stuff. Like, the people that are smarks right now are our age. Mm-hmm. That's not our era. That's not, like, no kid that's watching knows about that era either. They're like, an era before internet? Before iPhones that you could shoot your whole podcast on? This doesn't make any sense.
You know, we don't have Ric Flair as like a special guest referee or Bruno Sammartino. Like, there's not those names that would be associated with such an error.
And the only thing that I could go with a little bit with the thought of Great Balls of Fire and with that commercial being like all old school, you've got two matches that kind of go with that. You've got an ambulance match, which that kind of stipulation is, you know, definitely a little bit far-fetched. We don't see that as much anymore. That might have been an old school kind of stipulation to use. And the other one is you have two beasts, big men, going up against each other in the main event. Like, this is old school WWWF or NWA style. So that's the only part I can really go with. But now you have to do that next year, and next year, and next year.
Maybe we won't bring it back. Who knows? I guess since they're still selling tickets for it, it's not sold out. Because I just got an email.
We should have just made the flight, like I told you.
I just got an email last night, so they said, hey, last chance to get tickets, meaning that they've got plenty of tickets.
It was like $130 for floor seats, like 20 back.
We should have just done it.
We should have just done it.
That's all right. I still regret not buying the Simpsons Bret Hart toy when I saw it a year ago. So let's go right into what is supposed to be the pre-show kickoff match. We've got your Cruiserweight champion, Neville. Versus Akira Tozawa. And I had to make sure I said that right.
I wanted to make sure you did.
Yeah. Alex, give me your thoughts on this.
So, you've had Akira Tozawa, the Titus brand, and Apollo Crews all together for the last couple of weeks. Akira Tozawa is saying, you know, I don't know if I want to be a part of your group, a part of your brand. You've got your boy Apollo Crews now turning heel, which isn't 100% going over either. Titus saying, no, it's going to work. For a while, it hasn't worked with Titus in the past, unless they're going to pull a whole Jinder Mahal on us. I don't know what they're thinking with it, but in something like this is where the feud starts, where we start to see the cruiserweights and maybe the regular weights, the heavyweights, go at it. Because I'm thinking something like Akira Tozawa is going to get mad at Titus. Titus is going to do something. Now we're going to have a match between them, or maybe between his lackey Apollo Crews and Akira Tozawa. Kind of having that mixture of brands maybe to start happening.
Who wins the match?
Ed Neville, 100%.
I'll take Neville on this. The storyline's good, but it's not great. The storyline with Austin Aries, way better. More build up to it. He doesn't need anybody like telling him what to do. It almost seems like the Titus brand he's just trying to like jump on people early on and try to like make him part of his culture, which hasn't worked. It didn't work Monday night. Apollo Crews got squashed by Braun Strowman. Tozawa probably loses this, but I think it's probably because Titus interferes. So I think that way you don't take away any heat off of him. Just the steam that he's built up but it still makes Neville the champ.
And it's a pre-show match. One, you're putting the title on the pre-show. Never a good look for a title that you're trying to bring prestige to. But as well as that, you can have it be a blow-off because then they're just going to put on another promo of the Beast Incarnate and Joe, and you're going to forget about it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's do it.
Starting the show off, they will start with Enzo Amore versus Big Cass. He started off Monday night this last week. He was red hot, rocking that Versace shirt, which I'm sure it was Versace. Went super hard over on Cass, saying, hey, you're always behind me, but you never had my back. Mm-hmm. That's a fact, Jack. Lightsaber for Mike Hader. And his rhyme just went on. And it was really good. Downside to that, it made Cass look very small. And then he got jumped, like, in the back. Didn't like that, but I see why. Enzo Amore loses this because he's been beat up before. He already announced it. He said, what's the worst you can do? Knock me out? Been there, done that. Mm-hmm. But honestly, getting knocked out by your brother, that means a lot.
Yeah.
So I think, Enzo Amore loses. You can't steamroll Big Cass right now and like lose all of his heat.
Yeah, and as well as that, whether or not they keep Enzo a baby face for a while or maybe turn him heel, he might be good as a heel because he's, a scrappy little dude. But it was great that they let him show that aggression against Big Cass, and be the first person to throw a punch or jump on him. Usually you don't see that from baby faces, but this is a crime of passion.
Yeah.
Like, he's
hurt.
He's upset. He's hurt that is happening. So
gangster tear.
Yeah, that one gangster tear rolling down. God, it
so
was so good.
So good.
I can't even have a conversation about this. The promos here are fantastic. Big Cass is going to go over, and he's going to, continue to go into the heavyweights. Enzo was just cementing his place, showcasing that he should be here. We don't know what they're going to do with him. We are a little bit afraid of what might happen to him by himself, but he's showcased with that fire, and he, like, whenever he ran up on Cass, and with those promos that he should be here. We just don't know at what capacity yet.
Agreed. You good?
Oh, yeah.
We both got Big Cass?
Big Cass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move right into the Raw Tag Team Championship. We got the Cesaro Sheamus versus the Hardy Boys. Once again, we're going half Iron Man match. It's like we're okay with half Iron Man matches these days.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with this. If they're going to do the straight regular tag, which is probably conventional style, I would probably guarantee you the last 5 minutes is going to be like Texas Tornado freestyle.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you won't know who's in, who's out. It's going to be controversy. It'll be tied up till the very end, and then they'll be like, oh, no, they got it. Sorry, that wasn't the legal person in the ring. Start it over, Bret Hart style, and then the first person that gets the next pin, which will probably be Cesaro and Sheamus. Cesaro and Sheamus need this win more because it'll help push the Hardys apart. Matt's not broken yet. He will be broken, but he has to continually lose to beat himself up to once again where Jeff's like, hey, brah, I'm way better than you. And we've seen that storyline before, and it 100% worked.
So you've got the
Cesaro,
you've got the Bar winning.
Yeah.
Because they've set the bar. They are the bar.
They are the bar.
I
didn't like that downgrade.
That was that was for Mario. He knows. So in this match right here, I like where you're going with it. You're saying that they gotta lose, they gotta continue to get beaten down. They have to do the broken Matt Hardy thing. The longer I see them here, the more I see them not being the Dudleys and seeing that they have ideas for the Hardy Boys. And as we know, because we saw Matt Hardy live, he doesn't have to do much when he is broken to make people love what he's doing. He gets the gimmick going, the laugh going, the deletes going. He doesn't have to do much out there in order for people to get a pop. So right now, I think that they are showcasing the Team Extreme as much as possible because they are getting older. So I think this is actually going to be a little bit of a 180 action. You're going to have the Hardy Boys win this match. They're going to get that back. They got it at Mania. They're going to get it back again. They've got to put a couple of titles on them in order for people to remember how great they really were before they break them back down and split them up.
Nah. So you got the Hardys?
I got the Hardys, man.
All right. Before we jump into the IC, let's go into the last non-title match that's listed on the card.
Yep, Alexa Bliss what?
Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt. Why? I still don't understand why we're doing this. Mm-hmm. It's like Bray Wyatt just picks his turns like per year versus which like former Shield member he wants to like jack with. If it's not that, it's John Cena. Those are only 4 and Randy Orton. So between the 5 of them, that's where Bray Wyatt has spent like the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Just vulturing, picking them, and then losing ultimately to almost every single one of them.
Yep. But people still turn on that flash on their phone. They swipe up from the bottom, bring up that mission control, and they put that light on.
Yeah. So Bray Wyatt still loses this match. You shot this promo on Monday in the desert in Arizona where you were. Like that's not even like catchy. Like you could have been like in a junkyard. Like that would have been cooler. Junkyard.
They should have had him start in the bayou and then showcased him like, with the thumbs up, drifter style, getting into the car, and then he makes it to Arizona.
Oh, bypassing the drifter?
Yeah.
Like on the road?
Oh, exactly. Like he didn't even get picked up, but Bray Wyatt did.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt did. Seth Rollins wins. You can't destroy this steam right now. I know he's not doing a lot. He still is mid-card right now, but in the very brink. Like a Seth Rollins Finn Balor match would have been better, but that means that they've got bigger plans for Finn Balor. Maybe he's in Japan signing more people, Okada style.
If you're gonna say that
Seth Rollins.
No, if you're gonna say that Seth Rollins is gonna win, tell me where they go with it, because I need to know.
I don't think that they know where they're gonna go,
and that's why this is kind of like the mid-card match. Like 2 great wrestlers, really good and pretty good wrestlers.
I think when you get towards the end, and I won't tell you my answer now, when you get to the Roman Reigns Braun Strowman, I think WWE has flip-flopped today who's going to win that match, and they're not going to make that decision until they get crowd reaction.
Okay.
And so I think based off of that match and where that goes tells us where Seth Rollins goes. Because Seth Rollins honestly could start another John Cena feud if he's going to go back to Raw and back to SmackDown. And the Cena-Seth Rollins match of SummerSlam 2 years ago was amazing.
Yep.
Title for title. Jon Stewart was there. Maybe Jon Stewart redemption.
That was so bad.
That was terrible.
So
Seth Rollins.
So for me, I've got to go the other way again. Bray Wyatt came up on the Jumbotron whenever Finn Balor came back from his injury, and they did nothing with that. Maybe they're playing the long con. Maybe they didn't know what they wanted to do with Finn Balor. Have you seen a Finn Balor promo since he's come back? This guy knows how to talk. You got to put him in front of the mic in order to tell his case or tell his story of him coming back. So, with this, you're going to have Bray Wyatt do some creepy stuff, maybe some lights out, maybe some bloodbath action, and he's going to win this match. Seth Rollins, they've got to have something else for him, but it's going to be due to some kind of weird thing that Bray Wyatt wins, and then on Monday night, they started that feud between Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor.
You put way more thought into this than WWE did, so good.
So it's not going to happen.
Good for you. Yeah, so not going to happen. Everything you just said, and everything I said too. So this match may not even. Maybe they'll just be like, nope.
Yeah.
Sorry. Nope. The other way.
That's like whenever they used to just put Cesaro in matches on pay-per-views for no reason in the middle of the card.
Stop it. Let's get right into the IC match with The Miz and Dean Ambrose. I thought you were going to be ready for that one.
I wasn't.
Usually you are.
I wasn't. I was sleeping on it. I was in a Deanie Bopper.
Miz TV on Monday was actually really good. I like what he's doing now by kind of building an entourage. I get they've got another movie coming up, so that makes sense why they got Curtis Axel and why they've got Bo Dallas, and he's rocking that really thick gangster headband.
That was so weird.
It was so large.
He's got the one glove
glove, like his brother.
Yeah.
Brother has a glove. Or a thumb guard.
thumb guard thing.
With the leather thumb guard.
And he's like sticking people's mouths or something.
Yeah, it's a sock comes out.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked what they're going with that. Heath Slater came out. He got a match. Heath Slater, people forget, he's a pretty good wrestler.
He is, and with the gimmick he has right now with the I've Got Kids thing, like, come on. People talk about it all the time. Go watch any wrestling podcast, and they're going to say, at the end of the day, I do it for the money. And no one talks about that, but he does. Because he's got kids.
He's got kids.
So he's talking about, like, I got to make some money. I got to be on this match. I got to be on the pay-per-view so I can make that money. And I love that.
It's going to be good.
But this match, though.
Miz wins. I don't think Dean Ambrose wins. The Miz will lose at least 2 more times for the end of the year. Because for the 10th time, once he ties Jericho, it's going to be like a ladder match for 10.
Yeah.
Him versus
Against
Jericho. Against Jericho. For 10. Like, to be the first one to be 10. And the winner's going to be Ty Dillinger, so...
Oh, he's the referee!
Yeah, he's the referee.
Every time he counts, he says 10, 10, and then he doesn't get it, and he does it anyways.
Yeah. Miz wins.
Miz wins.
I'm only saying that. Michael Deplin likes the Miz. Great heel. I'm going to go with Michael on this one. I think it's what Michael put. He probably said that.
The Miz wins this because he has his new entourage. You have to if you're going to use them, you got to get them over. Like, there's no point in him losing it right now and then still having an entourage. He needs to use them to the fullest potential. If you're not going to use Maurice to do it because it's getting stale, she's doing the same things. You bring the entourage, they do different things, they wear one glove, and now you got everything's fresh again. So, Miz wins this. Dean Ambrose, don't know what they're going to do with him either after this because they've got to split up this feud. We've done it so many times that it's time for the Miz to have something else.
Once again, they don't know what to do with these, other Shield guys.
Finn Balor in the IC. Come on. Naito had the IC title, lost it to Tanahashi. You got to give Finn Balor the IC title to bring the prestige to it.
That would be nice. They're not going to do it. 3 matches left. Let's go right into the Raw Women's Championship match. Jesse's not here. He didn't give me his prediction. I'm going to say he goes Sasha Banks because he's probably wearing a Sasha Banks tank top right now. Mm-hmm. So if that's not right, Jesse, put it in the comment box below. Alexa Bliss wins. And I think they did a preview of it on Monday where she actually got put in the bank statement and then tapped out early. I don't think she taps out this time. I think for whatever reason, Nia probably comes in to save her because Nia's going to beat Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam for the title. And so she's picking out which opponent she'd rather have. And I think Nia Jax would rather have Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, it was like you took the words right out of my mouth whenever we weren't rolling earlier. So definitely
never heard you say that.
Alexa Bliss on this one, 100%. And she's going to look good, and she'll probably have something really good on.
So Bayley probably won't be there because she got hurt, right?
Hurt on what?
Or Bayley shows up. Like Nia comes out and then Bayley comes out.
And that's the distraction that happens?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But only if they're alluding to a freaking 4-way dance at SummerSlam. If not,
they like to do that with this women's title on Raw. They like to just throw it in Fatal 4s or Fatal 5s.
Yeah.
6-pack challenges.
But that was... Nia Jax did run through them, and that was great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like seeing Bayley lose, but to have her go almost 30 minutes out there by herself is...
It's pretty impressive.
Admiral.
2 matches left. We've got the infamous ambulance match. First person to get thrown into an ambulance, knocked on the back, and say, "Take her away."
Mm-hmm.
Wins.
Yep.
I mean, you lose if you're in it.
Correct.
But if you're the one smacking the back of the ambulance saying, "Let's go," then you win. That's all it takes.
It's an above ground, buried alive match, basically.
If there was ever a match on this card that actually could consist of something catching fire for great balls of fire, this would be it.
Oh,
ambulance is on fire.
You hit it on the back, it blows up, and then they get back out and they keep
But that's how strong.
Second one.
That's how strong Roman Reigns is. Like, he would survive a fireball.
Oh yeah,
an ambulance fireball.
Yep.
Braun Strowman won the last one. We're still trying to I'm not sure why these two are fighting each other. You've got Braun Strowman, who's such a monster, and he's built that way. And you've got Roman Reigns, who's like, I don't care, I'm Roman Reigns. And then he's just wins all of the matches.
All the matches.
For what reason? I beat The Undertaker, so you're going to have him lose to Braun Strowman here? Again? Probably not.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns wins.
Not only does Roman Reigns win, he wins twice. Because he puts Braun Strowman in the ambulance, and Braun Strowman breaks the door open to get back out and says, no, I didn't lose. And then they have to like restart it again and make it a regular match. And then 3 Superman punches later, and a spear, Roman Reigns wins again. Twice.
The best booking you could have done for this, ending-wise, if we need to build more steam for Bray Wyatt to bring his family back, like attempt. So as Roman Reigns like opens it up, it's Bray Wyatt.
And he spits in his face.
He says, anyone but you, Roman. Sister Abigail's him.
Yeah.
And then Braun just picks him up and throws him in.
Yeah.
And then Braun like owes his allegiance forever and always to Bray Wyatt again.
Correct. I like that. Let's go with that.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen.
It's too smart.
It's too ridiculous.
Right?
But like I could see it happening in ROH.
Like, is that ridiculous though? Because I rewatched that SmackDown where The Undertaker returned from a casket that got caught, like, hit by lightning.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just busted through it and walked down the ramp and started choke slamming and body slammed and tombstone Regal.
And then Aleister Black came out and he like looked at him and he was like, I'll see you next year.
He came back down.
WrestleMania.
So is it that ridiculous to think that could happen?
But that's The Undertaker.
Isn't he the new, like, Eater of Worlds? I mean, didn't he beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania? Oh, wait, no. He didn't.
That's the person who's in the next match.
Was terrible, too. And so, takes us to the last match, the main card of the night. I'll tell you, just to begin with, this card has potential to probably be better than Extreme Rules. Just based off of, like, who they actually have. Mm-hmm. And so I like who's wrestling. This match, I didn't think was going to happen. I really thought it was going to be Finn Balor winning that championship. Cinnamon Joe wins.
Cinnamon Joe.
A guy named Joe. I liked how he alluded to his time in ROH or TNA with Kurt Angle, because they had a little talking to that was like it was like right before he opened the door. Mm-hmm. You got Samoa Joe in his room. You got Brock Lesnar in his room. I don't care. I'm going to leave. I've seen that segment before. They kind of did something very similar in NXT, well, except for William Regal was in the middle instead of it being like an invisible wall. Mm-hmm. This is going to be good. But you made Samoa Joe look super beastly. I still think Brock Lesnar wins.
They are getting Samoa Joe over so hard right now. Like, you don't touch Paul Heyman in 2017. You don't touch him in 2016. You maybe 15, maybe 14, but you don't touch him like that right now. Like, they are getting Samoa Joe over. He's got a 33 1/3 chance of winning this match, which means that Brock Lesnar would eat that percentage and still win. So it's got to be your boy, Brock Lesnar.
He's finally showing up to a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So how can you have this guy that won at Mania beat Goldberg, and then he like hasn't done anything with his title? Mm-hmm. He has to win here. But you know what? This match is still going to be great.
Great booking. Like,
just to see Samoa Joe get suplexed at least 7 times is going to be great. Bonus points for today if you can give me the exact number of suplexes. Anytime. German, any of the other plexes that I'm missing. Superplex. 2 points for superplexes.
9.
9?
9.
7.
7?
I'll take 7.
9.
This card is going to be fun, but I think it's their way of like trying new things. Like maybe last year's stuff didn't work.
Yeah.
They're already moving TLC up to October. So they're either moving things down the line.
It's for Halloween. It's scary.
They should just bring back Halloween Havoc. You can have like
You
the
own it.
tombstones.
You
and,
own the trademark.
Hey, just have like all of the like the big mask or whatever the face, the gargoyle that
dude,
was
so good. And he's
the
holding
best.
the pumpkin.
Yeah, it's the best. Bring back Halloween Havoc. It'd be good. I'd go see it.
Yeah.
Put it in Pittsburgh. I'll fly up there.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I don't want to go to Pittsburgh. A little recap from our last pay-per-view. I only got one match right, and I've been pushed by my wife to kind of quit the game of match prediction. She said, "Babe, you're just not that good." And I said,
I love that she watched it with you, though.
She watched me lose every single one.
And
Besides
she was
one.
probably laughing. She was loving it.
It was funny.
I went 4 for 5. That women's match was a little unpredictable to think that you would get all 5 right on it. If I read the predictions beforehand, I could have known that everyone was saying that it was going to be Carmella Ita.
I'm feeling good about this card. I'm feeling real good.
This one matters. This is 8. This is 8 right here. I want you to know that.
Yeah, I'm excited. Because after this, we only have Battlegrounds before SummerSlam. So just Battlegrounds and then SummerSlam. And then after SummerSlam, Conor McGregor and Floyd Money Mayweather.
It's going to be good.
Can't wait to stream that illegally. Hashtag, not sorry.
You can come over to Leslie's and
Actually, I think we're going to probably
we're going to watch it there.
rent out the theater room at my apartment complex.
Oh.
Because we have like a 20-person bucket seat like
Nice.
theater.
Yeah, y'all should do that.
We'll probably just do that. We might do that for SummerSlam. Want to come up?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be tight.
From all of us here at the Frog Splash Podcast, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We have some new toys to give away. We got the new Finn Balor FYE exclusive. I still have the Under Armour Rock, Project Rock red with the blue Brahma, representing some Wolfpack and Ultimate Warrior today. Remember that everything we do here is just too sweet, and the Frog Splash Podcast is full life.